Quick, like and subscribe for insane luck in every game. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm back making another video, and in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys the ultimate guide to Bubblegum Simulator Infinity. The game's only been out for a few days, but the player count has already skyrocketed to over 100,000 consistently, pretty much. I've been talking to a lot of top players, looking at a lot of big trades, and helping my friends with some really big trades as well. Plus, I've been talking to some of the developers. I'm in contact with Isaac, so as far as I can see, the game is coming along really well. And now that it's been out for a couple of days and I've pretty much figured everything out, here's the ultimate guide to BGS Infinity. Okay, so starting off, we're going to start off with the low tier stuff for the beginner players. So if you already know the basic stuff, you can skip past the first minute or two. But one of the very first things you're going to do is get a better flavor so you can blow more bubbles each time you blow a bubble, pretty much. And then one bubble equals 2 coins. So you want to get better and better pets. Your pets will have a better bubble multiplier and coin multiplier, and a majority of the coins you're gonna get is actually picking stuff up. So in the very beginning of the game, you want to get better flavors, get better pets, and then run over here and pick stuff up while you're bubbling a little bit, because picking stuff up with a higher coin multiplier on your pets just gives you quite a bit more coins than bubbling does. So after you progress your way up through the first couple of maps, once you get to outer space, the second big island, you will unlock mastery, and this is really important to start leveling up. All of the mastery cost coins in the beginning for like the first 5 or 6 or 7 levels, and then it starts costing diamonds. So once you get up here, start grinding a little bit of coins, get some better pets, get a better flavor, and then go up higher. Okay, so once you get to the third big island in the void, this is where you can sell for more. So you're never ever going to want to sell your bubble down in the beginning again, because this is 5x and down there is 2x. So if I sell 120 million bubbles, I'll get 600 million coins up here. One more tip. Coin boosters actually do work when you're selling your bubble. So let's say you have 1 billion bubbles. You'd get 5 billion coins if you come up here and sell, instead of only 2 billion down in the beginning area. But if you also activated like a coins evolved potion, then you'd get 25 billion instead of 5 billion coins. So it's really useful if you just use a potion to sell all your bubbles after you save up a ton. Also, once you get your mastery up, you'll be able to just claim these chests along the way without having to go there. But once you get to the 4th big island, once you get to the void, sorry, I called island 3 the void, but once you get to island 4 the void, this is where you can go and enchant some pets. So I'm going to start giving you guys some tips about enchants now. I'm pretty much just going to give you tons of tips and tricks, everything I know along the way. So team up is actually the best enchant. As you can see, my demonic hydra is 1249 for the bubble stats. But since all my pets have team up, it's actually 2560. And as you can see, the diamond multiplier is times 41, when without teamwork on everything, it's only times 20. And I don't even have super good team up. Most of my stuff is team up 1, and then I have a couple team up 2s, a team up 5, a team up 3. But if you have team up 5 on every pet, that's an extra 25% stats times the amount of pets you have. So if I had plus 275% stats on every pet, that means every pet would be almost 4 times better. Because if you get a plus 100% stats, that's twice as good. Plus 200, that's 3 times as good. So plus 275% more stats, that's almost 4 times the stats on all of your pets. So if I had team up 5 on everything, I would have almost an 80 times diamond multiplier on this demonic hydra instead of the baseline 20x. So team up, especially high tier team up on everything, is the best enchants that you want to go for. It just takes a while to get that. But yeah, in the beginning, it might be way easier to just get some coin multipliers. These are like the easiest things to get that'll help you early on. So if you don't have a ton of diamonds to obviously get like really good team up on everything, then getting some coin multiplier in the beginning to level stuff up definitely helps. But then once you start needing to get a lot of gems, I wouldn't really go for gleaming. I would just start trying to get team up on everything. Even if it's just team up 1, you have to have team up on everything for all of your other pets with team up to affect the ones that don't. Yet every pet has to have team up or they don't get affected. Also, the black market here, once you start getting tons of diamonds, you're gonna want to come here every day and buy all these. Okay, so let's go up to the final area. Once you get here, you're going to want to do the gem genie. Just find like the easiest quest with the best rewards, something that you can do, and you get millions of gems for free and some really good high tier potions. But once you're up in this final area, you can also buy tons of free stuff right here at the alien shop. And this is also where you can craft higher tier potions. But yeah, once you're up here, this is pretty much the strategy. Use a coins evolved potion, or at least a coins 5, and then use a golden orb. And this makes the pickups respawn much faster for 15 minutes. So if I use one of these, I'm not going to use a coins evolved right now. Just for the sake of the video, I'll use a coin 5. But with a coin evolved, I would be getting way more. Like this big chest, I would be getting like 150 million almost. But yeah, as you can see, the breakables respawn really quickly now, and I have a coins potion on. So I don't even have a super good coins potion on, and look how many coins I'm still getting. I'm already almost at 1 billion coins, and a lot of the things that are dropping are diamonds. I'm actually getting tons of diamond breakables. Okay, there's a little bit of coins. But yeah, that right there is pretty much the quickest way to get enough coins to AFK some really good eggs. You gotta activate the gold rush to make the respawns come back really quickly, and then you just grab all 5 of the pickups over and over again. That's how you save up tons of diamonds, tons of coins. Okay, so as you're leveling up all of your mastery, you're gonna unlock a bunch of really good things. You can have more pets on your team, you can hatch quicker, you get an extra egg open, more pets equipped, another egg open. Yeah, you get tons of stuff. Increases your pickup range and your walk speed. Potions last longer. Giant chests can be collected from the world map. See, so once you level up your mastery, it's really convenient stuff. And you can also re-roll the shops 3 times a day and get tons and tons of stuff for diamonds every day. And then you're going to want to do your index. So as you can see, I completed my index for the overworld, and the way I did it was by hatching the infinity egg for a while until I got pretty much everything except for the null void. You can pretty much get everything with a decent amount of potions and a day or 2 of AFK hatching the infinity egg, but the null void, this is hard to get. A 1 in a million legendary. So you might have to hatch the void egg all on its own to get the extra luck and shiny chance. And then also, you have to do your quests. Once you get to 500 million bubbles, you get another pet equip. That's why I'm able to equip 11 right now. Once you get to 100,000 eggs, you get an extra egg open at a time as well. That's why I'm able to open up 6 eggs at a time. You gotta do your achievements, or I guess these are called prizes in the quest section, but pretty much achievements. You gotta do your achievements and your index and your mastery. And the easiest way to do that is by getting a good team, and everything has to have team up. If you want to know the best game passes to get, I will tell you right about now. Digital storage, you don't really need because you can auto-delete all the bad pets and only keep the good stuff. VIP just gives you a tiny bit more coins, so it's not one of the best, to be honest. Infinite gum, this is pretty useful, but we don't even have super good pets that much yet to where you need infinite gum to get tons of coins. So I would say this is not like one of the most important right now. Neither is double gems, you just have to grind a little bit more. honestly, I would say double luck, fast hatch, and triple hatch are the most important right now. And then extra equips and infinity gum, and then double gems. And then I would say the least important is VIP and digital storage. Digital storage is probably the least important. Okay, so now we went over the basics of the game, how to progress, how to finish your mastery index achievements, get a really good pet team, get lots of good stats, and then you can pretty much AFK hatch for a long time. Okay, so now I'm gonna go over all of the most valuable things in the game right now. So currently, there are no Robux pets for sale. The first 3 days of the game, you were able to buy the Dawaddle and the Beta TV. So these are the very first limited Robux pets. So these have a little bit of value. Tons of people bought them, and they don't have an exact exist count that we know of, so they're not worth a ton. But there are things worth even more. So if you're just trying to get some value, I would definitely try to hatch like the Nightmare Egg. Try to get some shiny green hydras, shiny demonic hydras, and if you're really lucky, you could hatch the Overlord secret out of this egg. If you look in the chat, tons of people are hatching it, 1 in 50 million, the Overlord. Somebody even got a shiny Overlord a little bit ago. Yeah, this is the main egg I've been hatching a lot, because if you get enough shiny green hydras and demonic hydras, you could trade them for a Beta TV or a Dawaddle, which will obviously have way more value in the future because these are limited Robux pets, and these permanent stat pets are going to be hatched infinite times over the years. So you could try to get some stat pets and trade those for limited Robux pets. You could also hatch the common egg and try to get the King Doggy secret that's 1 in 100 million. But I feel like unless you really don't have time to farm some coins, this is not worth it, because most likely you're not going to get the King Doggy. And at least if you don't get the Overlord out of here, you'll still get a lot of stat pets that you can trade and try to get a little bit of value from them. I actually traded a couple of my Rainbow Shocks for one of these Beta TVs. But yeah, those two secret pets are pretty valuable, the Overlord and the King Doggy. But there's actually some secrets in the Season Pass. So let's go back to this first page of popular items. The Crescent Empress is a legendary, but this pet right here is called the Avernus. I'll pop up an image of what it looks like, but that is the very first limited secret in the game, because this season pass ends in 15 days. It's only here for a little bit more than 2 weeks. So once it's gone, no more Avernuses can ever be hatched again. So that's actually what me and my friends have been trying to do, is find Avernuses to trade for. I don't have any on my account right now, but my friend already got 2 Avernuses, which, like I said, is the only limited secret in the game right now. The Overlord and the King Doggy are permanent, so they're worth a lot now, but they've already gone down a ton. So trust me when I say this, do not trade for Overlord and King Doggy unless you really don't care about your value going down. King Doggy and Overlord were worth way more than Avernus literally just the other day, and Avernus is already getting quite a bit more than King Doggy and Overlord now, because people are starting to realize that the Avernus is the very first limited secret in the game. There's also a really rare pet that you can get out of the Season 1 egg. I forgot exactly what it's called, but this pet's pretty rare as well, just not as valuable as the Avernus. But if you guys want some trading advice, just keep trying to trade your stat pets for limiteds. Get limiteds because limiteds have tons of long-term value. And if you have limiteds, when this first limited egg comes out for Easter in a couple of days, would you rather have a little bit less stats, but you have Robux pets with actual value that you can trade for the new limited stuff and have even better stats? Or would you rather just keep your stat pets and then have no value and nothing to trade for when the new limited pets come out? So obviously, the first option is better. If you have permanent stat pets like Rainbow Shocks and Demonic Hydras, try to trade them for limited stuff. Your stats will be a little bit worse for the next couple of days, but at least you will have some value, because these permanent stat pets are going to have no value soon. They've already been dropping like crazy. Trust me, you used to be able to get like a couple Dwaddles and a couple Beta TVs for a shiny Rainbow Shock. Now, you'd be lucky to get a Beta TV or a Dwaddle for a shiny Rainbow Shock. You definitely don't get multiple like you were able to the other day. So the values are already changing a lot in this game, and since trading is such a huge part of this game, I had to make the second half of this ultimate guide about explaining values and trading in this game, because the game's only been out for a few days, and most people just don't know what to go off of yet, but I've already seen the values change quite a bit. So we don't have like a currency in this game, so we don't have like an exact number value on each thing yet, so we're kind of just going off of what things get compared to other things. So like that example that I just gave you, since we don't have any real number values yet, you can just tell that shiny Rainbow Shock is worth like 5 times less than it was a couple days ago. Just going off of that example, people were able to get multiple Beta TVs and Dwaddles for a shiny Rainbow Shock the other day. Now you'd be lucky just to get one Beta TV or Dwaddle for a shiny Rainbow Shock. Because even though a shiny Rainbow Shock is really crazy, it's still just a permanent legendary pet that is going to get hatched millions of times more in the future. But yeah, just some more random tips and tricks. Since this is an ultimate guide, there are secret islands between the top few worlds that just pop up randomly that give a 5 to 25x multiplier on some of the top eggs. So if you're having a really hard time hatching something good and you don't have a ton of coins to AFK hatch, you need to be actively looking for 5x, 10x, 25x multiplier eggs in between these islands. This is also where you can find the royal chest and stuff like that. Yeah, let me show you. Let me land on one of these islands. Here's a 5x rainbow egg. So it's 5 times easier to actually get these good pets. Not the best example because there's 10x and 25x's, but like here's one of those chests, golden key chest. If I get a bunch of golden keys to open, I have to look for these. So yeah, just make sure if you're actively playing, instead of just AFK hatching an egg, find some big multiplier eggs and try to look for the royal chest so that you can use your royal keys and get a ton of extra stuff. But yeah, take my trading advice, take my everyday playing advice, hatch the really good eggs, make sure you're claiming your chest, going to the black market and the different stores, and make sure you're buying up potions every day. Yeah, I gave you guys lots of trading advice, how to get the best team, mastery, achievements, index. I mean, I think I covered pretty much everything. If there's anything that I missed, comment down below and I will heart every single comment that has good advice that I missed. I want this video to be the ultimate guide, but I honestly can't think of anything else. There's just not a ton of stuff to the game yet because it's brand new. So yeah, I think I covered just about everything you need to know. I talked about which game passes are the best, and sorry, I keep repeating myself. I'm just trying to think. I don't think there's really anything else. I mean, obviously, buy your daily rewards, get your daily, like, playtime rewards. There's not much else to it. So yeah, like I said, comment down below if there's anything I missed. I will heart your comment. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, if I was able to help some of you out, make sure to hit the like button, comment some ideas for more future videos down below, and subscribe if you have not already. I will see you all in the next one very soon. Peace out, everybody.